We ready to start this?
Yeah,
up?
we are.
All right.
Hey, Rich.
Taylor, what's up?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was your vacation?
You know, it was good. A little beach.
Yeah?
Yeah. Surfing, sun, lots of seafood.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was all good. Hey, how about your vacation?
My vacation was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
California.
We went to California, went to Napa and Sonoma, went to 9 different wineries, got to see a bunch of different stuff. So we're going to do a video on one of the properties we went to when we were out there and talk about some of the wines, which we're really excited about.
Great. So,
And oh yeah, but
let's get started.
We got to get started,
I'm
right?
just going to kick this thing off.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's all about.
We can't.
We got to start with tequila.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, we got to loosen the lips.
Can't go.
Yep.
Too big.
So what is the tequila this time around?
This is the Corlejo.
Okay.
Anejo.
Perfect.
Stuff is just dynamite. I don't even know the price at this point.
I don't either.
Check
our website.
Exactly.
Just go to townwine.com and you'll be able to search for it.
I think it's really just nice, easy drinking. Put an ice cube on it, maybe.
Yeah, I would. It's just there's a lot there. It's intense.
It is intense.
Without being woody. But anyways, we're spending a lot of time talking about tequila, which is not what we're here to talk about.
Well, okay. Let's move on.
Yeah, we're moving on. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, let's do
It's
it.
gone. All right, I got my wine glass. I'm ready.
I got my wine glass too. So,
all right, so wait, tell me a
yeah.
little bit more. So I know we're going to be focusing on one of the vineyards that you went to. So I know it's Ramey.
Right.
That's what we're going to be focusing
So Ramey
on.
Wine Cellars.
We have 3 selections today, right? Basically.
We have 3 wines that we're
Well,
going to talk
actually, tell
about
me a little
today.
bit more about this. How was the visit?
So the visit's really interesting. It was very meticulous. It was really well done. Everything was laid out with like precision. There were 6 wines that we tasted.
All right.
We tasted these 3 wines, and then we tasted 3 other wines. Some of the more premium price points. Yeah. And we sat down with Sean. He went through a bunch of stuff and sort of talked about sort of the history and the winery and what they're trying to do, their philosophies, that sort of thing. It was really interesting. It was a lot of fun. What's the most unique about the experience is at Ramey, a lot of places you go to Napa, you go to like this fancy tasting room with soft leather sofas and the whole thing.
Beautiful patio,
a beautiful patio over the vineyard.
valley
And no, you're literally at their facility looking out over the warehouse where they store stuff. And it's like, okay, so you're going, and so to me that says you're going there and the focus is about the wine.
Correct.
It's not about the experience. It's not about how pretty they can make it look.
Yep.
It's about, let's talk about the wines, which I thought was awesome.
No, that's actually, I sometimes agree with you where I think some of my best experiences have been sometimes like more like in just a tasting room.
Yeah.
There's gorgeous facilities you go and you sit in these beautiful patios and you get a charcuterie plate and you taste some amazing wines. That's great. But sometimes it's, again, they're trying to do the experience where I think a lot of these guys, again, Ramey's now really focusing on what's in the bottle.
Well,
necessarily...
exactly. And it's not set up to be a tasting room and have a bunch of people and a bunch of things happening all at once, and it's like, no, it's private. It's a really intense sort of extensive view as into the wines and what's happening there and what they're doing, which was cool. I was really impressed with the wines. I've been impressed with the wines for sort of the last 10 or 15 years. Chardonnays are stellar. So our email, which is going to come out on Thursday, is going to be focused on 3 of their single vineyards. So the Hyde, the Rocchioli, and the Ritchie. Yeah. So these 3 are sort of their 3 big boy sort of single vineyard expressions. 2 of them got 100 points, and one of them only got 98 points.
That's just.
But I do have to say, the one that got 98 points is the Ritchie vineyard, and I'm a huge fan of the Ritchie vineyard. It has this like really cool salinity that shows through in all the expressions that I've ever had. And to me, that's always my favorite. I love Ritchie. So let's get started.
Let's go.
So the first wine is the Ramey Sonoma Coast.
Yep.
So this is from, I'm going to do this properly, Fort Ross Seaview, which is an appellation that's on the coast near the Pacific. It's about 2 miles from the coast.
Okay.
The vineyard site is about 1,100 feet elevation. So it's really,
got some height.
It's got some height, and you got some elevation, and you got that sort of ocean sea influence.
All right.
It's the 2017.
Okay, so now the wood on this is all French oak.
Yeah, using all French oak. It's about 15% new. They're doing full malolactic. They're not trying to make these sort of overtly like thin or chiseled. So the natural, you're going to get energy in the wines, but it's going to be because of what the grapes do, not because of what the winemaking does.
Of course. Okay. Well, I'm just getting that
So it's got roundness. It's got there's some supple sort of fruit on it.
There's a little bit of that wood, but that's why I was asking about that.
Right. But it's got so interesting. So I've always found their Chardonnays to have, while they have bigness, they've always been elegant and they've always been sort of Burgundian in style. So like you get the California sun, so they can't be like real Burgundian. But you get the elegance is what comes through in the wine. Like we tasted those wines earlier, like all those Burgundy we tasted earlier today.
Yes.
Sort of a cross range of different vintages and styles. This was not out of place in those wines.
I get it. I agree. Let's see. There is this silky, like softness to the wine that you were kind of mentioning. Really quite a little bit of that. Oh, it's really nice. I like that.
It's a really good one. It's I know it's delicious.
There's some really fruit, like a little bit of a slight citrus I get off.
Yeah. And you get a little. You're getting some orchard fruits. You're getting a little pit fruit. You're getting some citrus fruit. I think you get. You definitely get a little acidity.
For sure.
Or you're getting a lot of acidity. In the wood just kind of is this really delicate sort of soft wrap around it. It adds texture, it adds weight, adds a little bit of flavor.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we tasted this in the room, we tasted a single vineyard of theirs, and we tasted the Russian River Chardonnay. So we tasted those 3 Chardonnays because they're really known as being a chard house. It's their big focus. They make a bunch of single vineyards. This was sort of the lightest. Sort of in a sense the lightest. Okay. The other ones have a little bit more breadth and width to them, but don't lose any of this sort of the elegance.
I like some of the acidity that I'm getting on this as well. So,
yeah, I think it's an absolute dynamite bottle of wine. It's going to be on sale for $39.99. And in the world of sort of, I think you could stack this up against a bunch of Burgundy, and it's gonna hold its own, and actually excel in a lot of cases. So I think $39.99 is a great deal. It's a single vineyard, in the Fort Ross Seaview. It's beautiful. It's killer. I think it's a value. $39.99. Cool. So,
all right, moving on.
So now we're gonna do their Russian River Valley Pinot Noir bottling. Yep. So this is more expensive. So it's going to be on sale for $47.99, I think, from $54.99. And this is the 2017 as well. Let's take a look at that. So this sees more new wood than either of the 2 other wines. We're going to taste 39% new wood, all French, 24 months, so it sees a long time in barrel. Sees some batonnage, and it kind of goes through all the modern winemaking. It's a long time through like all sort of the modern winemaking techniques. But the focus is always in the winery is pulling great fruit. And then letting the winery take care of the fruit after that. So it's like the winery is just a steward to the vineyard, in a sense.
Yep, that makes sense. But also starting with the best, product in, you're going to get the best product out.
Right.
Hopefully.
Exactly.
The idea.
Yep.
So ultimately, how well do you craft it so that therefore you don't need to manipulate it after or do anything else?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's the purity.
The purity. You're just literally the winery is just there to help it along.
Molded into the actual bottle then.
So this is a beautiful nose. It's not light and easy. There's intensity to it, but the fruit's very lifted, I find.
There's a lot of fruit there, but there's just this like there's almost like soft like floral notes I'm getting.
There's definitely some floral notes. Really... I see a little cola that RC cola kind of note. You're getting a little you're getting a little herb. But it's really like it's fruit focused with all this sort of underlayer to it.
It's okay, so that's what I'm getting. To me, I'm saying like that white flower, but the herb, it's almost more like that mountain-esque, like flower herb. Like I feel like I'm running through the hills of Sonoma or something.
It's good, huh? Oh wow. Yeah. I was like, when I tasted this, I was like, this is
oh my God,
killer
this
wine.
Goes down way too easy.
Yes.
It is just, and there's such good concentration of fruit in there.
Right.
But soft,
Rich is almost
like
not, at a loss for words at how good this is.
Because I'm not, again, because you're not always expecting, I think, a Pinot to be as I don't want to say fruit forward is not the right word, but I'm like as have the intensity to it.
There's a lot of intensity here, absolutely.
That's where I'm like, wow, this is really cool.
Not intense in like a like hit you in the mouth kind of like
no.
Not alcohol intensity, not wood intensity. It's just there's a lot here. There's a lot of flavor. There's a ton going on. It's beautiful wine. It really is beautiful. You're getting a little bit of that like black cherry, black pepper on the finish, which is kind of nice.
And I just find the balance is delicious. It just goes down so easy. That's like you're not even, there's not much tannins there. It's like it's just really something
and that's
easy
what
drinking.
and that's what the winery is about. Is sort of is always trying to find balance and control.
Of course,
it's just that perfect. Everything is in perfect harmony.
That's just dynamite.
It's dynamite. Yeah, really cool. So I'm very excited by both of these so far.
Yeah, these are wow. That's clearly a thing.
So
worth the money.
The next wine up is the Remy Claret, and this is a wine that a lot of people are probably familiar with.
Yep.
It is now being labeled as North Coast rather than as Napa Valley. So now they're sourcing a lot of fruit from outside of. We can give you a little more than that. This is pretty good.
Well, it also to me it slightly gives them greater ability to buy the best fruit from anywhere, let's say in Northern California, not necessarily Napa. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, so
sure.
Alexander Valley, there's some other territory or regions that are providing such phenomenal fruits.
They're looking as a winery to de-emphasize sort of the red program focusing on Napa Valley and focusing it more on Sonoma. And sort of outside that, because they're a Sonoma-based winery, they're in Healdsburg, so they want to sort of focus in on that region. They like what's happening there. They like the potential. I think the wines really scream the potential. So this is a blend of, if I get this right, 44% Cabernet, 20% Merlot, 14% Petit Verdot, 8% Syrah, and 2% Malbec. Thank you for the help.
At least I remember that one.
Yes. And it sees not a lot of wood, about 25% new wood, but it is both American and French.
Yeah, so we're going to get.
So you get some influence from the American wood here.
You could easily see the kind of the darker fruit influence immediately.
Oh, hey, look, it's literally on the back of the bottle. I could have just read it off the back of the bottle.
See, if you were smart, we could have easily faked everybody out.
Oh, and I didn't even get it right.
Oh no,
So it's 44 Cab, 20 Merlot, 14 Malbec.
Oh. 14 Malbec. Okay.
Yeah. 12% Petit Verdot, 8% Syrah, 2% Cab Franc. Oh, I left out a whole 14%. Whatever.
We didn't count this.
Yeah.
So who cares? Oops, sorry. So let's see here.
Immediately, it's very generous in the fruit.
Oh, so again,
it's like the fruit's big but very cool. It's not like hot. It's not like really ripe.
Not at all.
But it's there. There's a lot there.
Being that big Napa Cab lover, like to me, this is just the nose is completely intoxicating.
Completely intoxicating.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh, like come on, dude. Well, let's see.
I know. But.
Okay, maybe the word completely is a little overstated, but I mean,
let's put this into context. My wife does not at all
like this.
Like Napa Valley Cabernet. She's just like, we went to Napa Valley and I'm like trying to find visits that are focused not on Cabernet because she's just like, I don't like Cabernet. And all the Ramey wines that we tasted, which was this and two single vineyards, or one other high-end blends in their single vineyard, she was like, oh my God, these wines are amazing. Okay,
but to me, there are a number of Napa Cabs that are trying to become these very large jam bombs and whey fruit. This is intensity without the jam.
Right. But it's also not like the nose isn't like, it's not jamming in like lots of black, dark slate fruit that just gives you that like intensity on the nose.
This is like,
it's just so friendly.
This is like
it's so
almost
beautiful.
All the berries across the board. Like, all right, so When you said, I'm like, for you to enjoy such a dark,
so literally what I was thinking about as I was drinking this is, I'm like, which one of these I'm going to drink at home tonight? And I don't.
Good. We're going to shoot.
We're going to have to. I think, well, we know Elliot's going to want. the Claret.
He's going to get something else. He has no choice.
He doesn't get. Yeah, he's not involved.
He's not in the video.
Yeah, he's not here. He gets no choice.
That was last week. He missed out.
And we know Mike wouldn't drink. He doesn't want red wine.
He can't.
It's not Sancerre. But I think this is just. There's a little bit of as it's opening up, you're getting there's like little hints of There's like little hints of just everything. A little bit of earth. There's a little bit of mint. There's a little bit of sort of methanol rather than mint. But there's just a lot there.
So I get that herbs, that minty, that like.
This is honestly
almost a small, like a slight spearmint.
Honestly.
All right. If you're doing it, I'm gonna have to do this as well. No, but there's the berries. There's the blackberries, boysenberries, like raspberries.
Like I've honestly just got to the point where, and you're right on everything, but I just want to drink it. Like I just want to like sit down and like, this is great.
That'll be like just a video of us just.
Kind of like our other half video, but hopefully much more interesting.
I hope. But it's this is.
I just think it's spectacular.
So this is why I was saying the nose is like almost intoxicating to me because of the ability to get a little bit of that earthy tone, a little bit of that like soil.
It just hits on everything, and it's
like the minerality.
Yeah.
Like the granular. That's not such a word, but that's okay.
I knew exactly where you were going.
Making up stuff, it's okay.
Well, we have so I studied poetry in college, so like I have a lot of literary license, so I can make words up.
I'm the worst with that, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I can't believe this. Like I tasted this in the tasting setting, and we went through all this stuff, and we talked about it being being North Coast, and sort of like, but sitting down and literally taking the time to drink some of it.
Yeah.
Rather than like, okay, and like paying attention to like everything that they're saying and talking about and having the we're just drinking it, and it is awesome.
It is dynamite.
So this is going to be on sale.
So what's the price on this now?
It's going to be $39.99. I think that's
what?
I know. Wow. Do you want to buy some?
I'm going to have to. Because I definitely need to have at least one of these, maybe more in my cellar, because this is just... Okay, this can easily rival...
You know what I think is really amazing about this wine, is it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like in your face, but I'm like, I know I could sit down with a ribeye, and this is gonna stand up to a ribeye, and it's gonna like the intensity of that and all this. This is not gonna shy away from any food, but it's not gonna be over the top.
Isn't that such a debate of I think California like cabs and clarets as a general? Where it's like,
there's another story about Claret, which I'll tell you after.
How are they trying to make that such a fruit forward? Where to me, this has got that amazing intensity, but it's not this jam bomb and sweet.
Right.
Which I personally don't like this.
I don't like that. I don't like that style either.
To me, this is like completely in my wheelhouse.
Absolutely.
This is what. To me, a stellar. I gotta be honest. The Pinot is also just dynamite, so it's amazing to see. As for two red wines, just to focus on those, and I think California. When you think of the red wines, it's. See, it is intoxicating.
It is intoxicating. Yeah. It is. And every time you go back, there's just more there.
Yeah. Seriously.
Anyways,
I almost want to know. Like maybe we should like pause the video, decant the bottle, come back like in an hour, and see what it smells like then, because that could be an interesting.
I'll tell you tonight.
Oh, good. I'm gonna lose this one. But
No. We can. No. Well, so probably the Pinot's more appropriate for what we're doing this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
So we're going to our friend's house and meeting the new baby and stuff, which is really exciting.
Well, congrats.
Yeah. We're really excited. They're great friends of ours.
What's for dinner? I guess just no ribeyes for dinner.
No idea. So that's why the versatility of Pinot Noir might really make a lot of sense.
And I think this is like my son's last night at home before he goes to college. So I think we're gonna get sushi. But
if he's going for his first night before college, shouldn't he be getting like a 30-pack at Coors Light or something?
Well, no, that's for the that's for the dorm room. Okay. I mean, that's not.
No, he would never be drinking before he was 21.
Never.
Yeah, see,
I feel bad for that boy because he's like, he has no idea he's gonna like realize that, like, whatever, some 4-pack of Proclamation or Back or something at $20 is like, what do you mean? But when you're in college, a 30-pack of Natural Ice is going to be the budget.
But here's the difference. So like when you went to, so my first job, I made like $5.25 an hour. So like, it took a lot of hours to get to that point. Now people, you can go out and you can get paid $15-16 an hour.
Yeah.
And if he's down in DC, he could be making like 20.
More, seriously.
So he 1 hour of work can afford a 4-pack of cool beer, whereas even at $5.25, I couldn't even buy a 6-pack of crappy beer.
I feel like Corona or something like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, back in the day, that was your good beer. I was like,
oh yeah, Newcastle.
It's
big as a Newcastle, like that nut brown ale.
I like Newcastle's not bad. I haven't had it in years. So
I know, it's not that good. It's not that good. But anyways, I was going to get back.
So wait, what's your interesting part about Claret? Is that what you're going?
Yes, I was going to take. Okay. So there's only a handful of producers, and Ramey is one of them that's grandfathered in that can actually use the term Claret on their label. New producers can't use the word Claret.
Why?
Because it's a French term that's specific to the thing, and so
actually, I thought Claret was a British
term to French wine.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever the actual truth behind that part of it is, and
is this like the whole champagne debate, like
with the Russians?
Like,
no,
forget it.
We're not going back to that. So, no, but like there's only like 5 producers that can call their wine from California Claret.
Really?
Yep. And they're one of them.
So they have to just call it a Meritage or some blend? Or
yes,
something.
Well, Meritage is also a very specific thing. You have to use all 5 Bordeaux varietals from specific areas. But that's a different thing.
Okay,
so, yeah,
I'm not going to get there. We're going to confuse everyone today. But, wow, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Tidbit. Yeah, yep. And from my experience, I haven't had another Claret that I want to drink more than this one.
I'm going to agree
almost
100%
including
with that.
most Bordeaux that I've had.
Well,
because I think this.
But a Claret is basically a Bordeaux style.
Yeah.
A California but Bordeaux style blend.
Well, the British always referred to Claret, Bordeaux as Claret.
Correct.
I just think this is smoking good. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
So if you want to hang out for the next 30 minutes, we'll polish this bottle off, and
then we'll tell you what we think about other things too, which could get.
No, we can't do that.
We can't?
Well, maybe we can.
I got plenty of time.
I guess so do I.
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
I guess we also have some Pinot to drink and maybe some Chardonnay to drink. And
I did like the Chardonnay. I like them all. I thought they were all really good. So
dynamite.
I don't know. I think Ramey's special. I think they're sincerely one of the top California
I'm actually
producers.
sorry I missed this tasting.
Yeah.
After doing our little 3 tasting here, I can't imagine.
The wines they're beautiful. They're really good. I think they are among the best producers in California, and we're lucky to be able to represent them.
Yeah.
And we've got 6 wines coming on sale too on Thursday, which is awesome. So especially with some high scores and all that sort of thing, they're going to fly. But if you miss out on the high scoring ones, because they're going to fly, these wines honestly are spectacular. And
this 3 lineup has been just really
I know, and
fantastic.
if you think about this, which is kind of mind blowing how good these wines are, it's like then you get to
Well, but I think that's the problem today. Some of those things, the price just goes up. So everything's under 50.
Yep.
And it's, to me, that's just amazing to. I get it. 50 is not a cheap number. I don't
right.
Wanna,
sure. Yeah. We don't want to.
It's an everyday drinking, right. But ultimately,
but it's within. Really, but these are within the reach of most people for a special occasion.
Correct. Which is amazing. And that's a problem today. Now all of a sudden, a good California cab could be 80, 100, 50,
okay,
200.
Hold on. A bad bottle of Napa Valley Cabernet could be 70 or 100.
Yeah.
There's things that we've tasted which are not that good that they're like, oh, it's it's $100, and you're like, are you? And this is 40, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So come online, come in store, check it out. I mean, I think we're gonna hopefully have a bunch to sell.
Yep.
And we're gonna continue to have them for the.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I know, sorry, I interrupt, but I just thought about something. We also have some older vintage of the Ritchie Chardonnay on the shelf. So we have 2015. So the wines age really, really well, And people look at 14, 15. They're like they're thinking that they might be old, and they're still vibrant. But they've added a little richness and stuff. And the wines they'll age really, really well. So if you're worried about investing some money in these, you can lay these in your cellars for 6, 7, 8, 10 years, and they're just going to keep getting better.
Great.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, then, no, that's good to know. That I probably need to buy a few bottles of that so I can let it age over the years.
Sure, we'll order more because our customers are going to buy it all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I only hope, but if there's anything left on Friday, then I'll find something.
I'll take care of you. I know a guy.
Yeah,
I know a guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I know a guy. Yeah.
I'm glad I know someone.
We're in Rhode Island.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know a guy.
It's all about being connected. Anyways.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.